My pleasure to bring on Patrick Dorsey, who is a basketball player for the Naval Academy. Just finished up it's plebe year, right, Patrick? Give me the details here. How are you, first of all?
I'm doing well. Just trying to enjoy Weekend down here at the beach. Just trying to make the most of this whole situation that's going on in the world right now.
Yeah, it's wild. So your hometown is Raleigh, North Carolina,
Yes, sir.
and the Naval Academy. That had to be a bit of a change up from what you were used to.
Oh, for sure. I mean, they throw you right into the fire plebe year. It starts out with it's called plebe summer. So you go up there in mid-June. You're up there for the whole summer, 7 weeks. You get indoctrinated into the military. It was a really cool experience, but definitely a big change in scenery and you know, just a big change for me. And then throughout the whole plebe year, you kind of just you're the lowest on the totem pole, so it's definitely an experience, but made it through and looking forward to the rest of my time at the academy.
What led you to the Naval Academy? What opportunities arose?
Well, it's an amazing opportunity. I mean, once of a lifetime. Once they started recruiting me and I, looked into it more and more, just being a part of something that's bigger than yourself, um, and just that service to the country was really the motivating factors for me. Obviously, loved the coaches, fell in love with the basketball program, love Annapolis, great city. But just having the opportunity to serve the country and you know, stuff like that is really what led me to the Naval Academy.
So where else were you recruited? I mean, you were a pretty highly touted high school player. You guys were pretty successful, a couple of conference championships,
Yeah.
and then to go to Navy. What did you pass up? I suppose, or was it just sort of that attachment to more than your country, serving your country to get there?
Well, yeah, I'd say it was. I mean, the Naval Academy and what that opportunity presented just totally laid out whatever other options I had. I mean, the opportunity to serve my country and give back, and just you know, I think that just really more so than my other options. That's what really did it for me.
So you get flown up to Annapolis, you get sworn in, and then
Yep.
boom, it's on. It's on. There's no turning back at that point.
Yeah, no turning back. I mean, it's right away. You get, I mean, like I said, you're thrown right in the fire. Um, it was an experience, but something that definitely helped me mature as a man, and something that I'll forever be thankful for.
So what's the balance between basketball and school, and also your dedication to the Navy? How does it all kind of translate when you look at a pie chart of time?
Um, it's I would say it's pretty balanced mix. I mean, it's interesting because other college athletes are balancing basketball and school, but then at the Naval Academy, you're thrown with that third aspect, the military. And in a way, that becomes the most important because when you graduate, you're sent right out into the Navy and Marine Corps, and you're serving your country um, on the front line. So that's a really important aspect. So really, as a plebe, the biggest thing is just learning how to balance the three things. Um, Obviously basketball is extremely important. The Naval Academy is a amazing academic institution as well. So that was tough for sure. But I think that first year is really, about finding your balance and just learning how to, time management is huge. Um, but it's definitely an interesting experience.
So was your second semester then cut short? Were you forced to go back home and learn online, or how did they handle the COVID-19 situation?
Yeah, it was. I mean, it was fortunately for us, we were able to finish up our season. Um, we lost in our conference quarterfinals to Boston University, who ended up going on and winning the conference tournament. It was a tough back and forth game. So after that, we went right from that game to spring break, and then that's kind of when everything started to unfold with the coronavirus. So we didn't go back up. So we transitioned to the online. So that was a whole nother experience in of itself. But we finished up with that maybe 2 weeks ago. Had final exams, and now I'm getting ready to start summer school up in a few weeks here.
So, what does your day kind of look like from start to finish? A normal day there in Annapolis, Maryland.
So it's an early wake up, probably about 6:30 in the morning. You got to take care of some military responsibilities right away in the morning. Then you have class all morning, lunch, and then after lunch we'll usually have film or a little workout at lunch with the team. Then it's back to class for a couple more classes, and then it's really just practice, and then you go straight from practice to study period, and then uh, you go to sleep, and it's just kind of the same routine over and over again.
So, does the basketball team, does your coach implement maybe some elements of the military in his basketball teachings that you might not find at other schools, or is that hard to kind of?
Um, I think that it's just naturally there, the discipline and stuff like that. But the basketball, I'd say, it's it's kind of separated from the military aspect of it. But I think our team, what we thrive on is, the discipline and some of the stuff that we learn in the military aspect that we can, carry over onto the court, uh, which can really help us out.
Much is made of the Army Navy football game. Is there a similar rivalry on the hardwood?
Oh yeah, the Army Navy really in any sport is
Yeah.
huge. So that was a great experience being able to play in that for the first time this year. Uh, Playing in front of a sold out arena on national TV. Definitely a cool experience, and something that I look forward to here next 3 years being Army a lot more times.
Patrick Dorsey is our guest here on Jock 98.7. You referenced some basic military things to start your day. I need more details there. What what do these include?
Well, so as a plebe, you have like morning workouts some days where they wake you up early, and you go out there before the sun even comes up, and you're out there doing workouts. Um, you have some professional knowledge. They call it professional knowledge quizzes. So each week you learn about a different branch of the military or a different uh, aspect of the Navy. So one week you're learning about the surface Navy. One week you're studying aviation. So and then at the end of each week you take a quiz uh, on it, and you have to get like a 90 or above to pass.
Hmm.
So that's just an added thing, like on top of school, on top of basketball, on top of everything else. You're studying for that all week. So which is and also another thing where it's just like time management. You have to you know fit that in.
Absolutely. Got to coordinate your schedule.
Exactly.
Did you go with any buddies? Was there another guy that you went with, or did you really just kind of leap off the bridge here?
Well, I really leaped off the bridge, so to say, at first, but then I get up there, and another kid from my hometown is on the team, which has just been great during this time because we've been able to work out together and push ourselves together during this time when we've been at home. But yeah, initially it was just kind of like going in it, no really knowledge of what I was getting myself into, and no one that I really knew that was coming in with me, which was kind of a good experience in a way because I was just kind of thrown right in there, and it was cool to be able to kind of adapt on the run and just trying to figure stuff out on my own at first.
No better way to then just get thrown right in the fire. Right before we came on,
Yep.
I was like, "Have you ever been on the radio?" You're like, "Well, I've done an interview, but probably not live radio." I said,
Yep.
"Well, off we go, man. It's like,
Yes, sir.
there's no turning back, like what I said earlier. It's crazy,
Yep,
isn't it?"
exactly.
There does seem to be a strong emphasis, of course, on camaraderie, but in some of the videos that I was watching just before we had you on, it seems like the students and your comrades really support everybody's sport. It looked like they were packed
Hmm.
venues, regardless of what it was.
Yeah, I think that's just another thing about the Naval Academy. It's like just a huge family, and you're all going through it together, and everyone wants to support everyone, basically, which is really cool from a athletic standpoint, um, because you get good turnouts and a lot of support from the rest of the student body, and then it's also really cool to be able to go around and watch uh, your fellow midshipmen perform in their sport. So it's pretty cool experience in that regard.
What's you're what 6'4", 6'5",
6'5", yes sir.
and you play the post, or where are you at on the floor?
I'm on the wing.
Okay.
Well, yep, the two or the three.
And what's your specialty?
Definitely a knockdown shooter. That's my
Nice.
that's my that's my thing right there.
Little corner
Yeah.
three, wing action.
Honestly, anywhere on the court, once I cross half court, as I say, I'm a threat
How'd you fall
to
on?
hoist it up there.
Bingo, like Steph Curry, man. You step across
Oh
half
yeah.
court and hit it.
Hmm.
What's the most record threes you've hit in a game?
Well, going back to high school, I had a game where I hit 7 threes in 1 quarter, which was
Oh
pretty
my
cool because it was in
God.
like the big Christmas tournament. The gym was packed, and I hit seven and a quarter, just rattling them off. It was pretty cool. But maybe maybe 9 or 10, I'd say, in a high school game.
That is impressive. But 7 in 1 quarter.
Yeah, seven and a quarter. It was pretty cool. I mean, it was a big game, packed house, like I said. And I just kind of got going. Once you get in that zone as a shooter, it's hard to uh, get you out of it. So I just had it going, and it was a pretty cool experience for sure.
What does what does Memorial Day mean to you?
I think Memorial Day for me is just it's been a great time of reflection and reflecting on the people that came before us and what they did for us. I mean, as a country, and we wouldn't be I wouldn't be sitting here with you today if it wasn't for all the men and women who have sacrificed their lives for this country. So just reflecting on all those people and just giving a lot of thought to what I'm doing in the military, why I am where I am, and just thinking about everyone who's come before me and what they've given to this country, and then also the people that are out, defending our country right now as we speak, all around the world. So just giving some thought to that and reflecting on everything is the biggest thing for me.
That's really well said. Is joining the Navy the best thing you've ever done in your life?
Oh, for sure. I think just, this opportunity for me, like I said, it's just once in a lifetime. And it's just the opportunity to, be a part of something greater than myself, and then also just give back to this country that I love so much. So days like these are really special to me and uh, everyone that's at the Naval Academy and serving around the world.
For somebody who might be listening who's on the fence about signing up for the military,
Hmm.
what? Because I'm sure there was some anxiety when you made your decision,
Yep.
but making it and sticking with it and knowing that you could get through whatever adversity was going to be thrown your way
Yep.
is encouraging. And I think it's important for people who are listening who might be wavering to hear that if it's possible, you can do it.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I think it's natural. Just everyone's gonna have that second thought, like, do I really want to do this? Is it gonna be good for me? But you can do anything that you put your mind to, and I firmly believe that. And it's just inspiring to think about everyone that's come before you. It makes you you don't want to quit because you're quitting on everyone that's come before you. you're also quitting on, the brothers and sisters in arms that are, beside you every day, which is, the biggest thing for me. Just I can't think about quitting or, slowing down when I see, the people beside me, and then think about what people are doing for this country around the world right now. I think that's just a huge motivator for me, and so I think that's the biggest thing.
Had many of your family relatives been involved in the military, or?
Um, Not really. I mean, there's my grandpa served, um, but that was really it. Um, so, and I really I didn't have much knowledge of the Naval Academy or West Point growing up. I mean, the only really memories I had are watching the Army Navy football game um, every year. But other than that, I didn't really have much knowledge of it until, I can still remember the day that the one of the basketball coaches called me, and I was like, the Naval Academy. Well, that's interesting, but let me do some more research, and then that's kind of just how my interest, that's what sparked my interest. So initially, I think really my main reason was the basketball, but then, once you get there and you see everything, it's kind of like, yes, basketball is important, but you have these other commitments as well, which is really cool.
It is knowing how to prioritize. Just looking at the roster, I'd forgotten that Cam Davis. He's from Kickapoo, which is
Yep.
here in Springfield.
Yep.
He's a teammate of yours.
Yep. Cam Davis. I mean, he's a great kid. I mean, amazing player. He's our great leader. He's our captain next year. Um, I mean, I could go on all day about Cam and what he means to our team. So it's awesome having guys like that who you can look up to right from day one. We had one senior this year, Evan Wick, who's going out to be a naval flight officer. But just learning from him, learning from guys like Cam and other upperclassmen on the team is just huge because you naturally just want to strive to be like those guys,
You
and
know,
just especially for Cam.
it's got to be unique because the opportunity to be a teammate in life is a really cherished moment. And for you being a part of something larger in the military as a Navy and your midshipmen, like that will be those will be teammates for life. This teammates
Hmm.
that you have now on your basketball team is a list of 20 or so guys, but think about the teammates and the friends you'll make out of this experience. That's really neat.
It is. You know that everyone that's serving with you is going to have your back no matter what, and it's just really cool to be, like I said, it's a family, and family of 4,400 kids that are, you know, in it with you, and will support you through and through. So it is really cool from that aspect.
So your off-season program here, who's getting the best of who between you and your buddy on the court?
Well, I mean, there's been some battles for sure. And I also have a younger brother who's heading off to play in New Mexico here shortly. Uh, he's tough. He's hard to deal with on the court as well. So definitely been some battles out there. But I mean, it goes back and forth. He's a great player. My brother's a great player. So, but I mean, that's what's been making me better during this time. I mean, just being able to compete with those guys and having them push me it's been pretty cool.
Well, you come from a pretty athletic family. Both your parents played sports, and
Yep.
I love, this is an example of just how selfless you are because I asked you for some details about your background and current situation, and you gave me yours, and then in the second sentence, you immediately pointed to how your sister plays basketball at the College of Charleston, your younger brother's going to play at New Mexico, so you're always looking out for others.
Oh
But
yeah. I mean, and I always have my brothers and sisters back. But yeah, it's been really cool. I mean, my sister just graduated from the College of Charleston, played basketball there. My dad played at James Madison. My mom played field hockey at Boston College. My younger brother, like I said, off to New Mexico. I mean, he's an amazing player. And then I got a younger sister who's a great athlete in her own right. So it's pretty cool to be able to watch your brothers and sisters do amazing things, and be able to support them and for them to be there to support you too.
do you surf?
I have surfed before, but I wouldn't consider myself a surfer now.
Okay. What's your main activity, though, when you go to the beach? Just relax, man.
We've been getting it in on the cornhole for hours last night, and we already got to it this morning. Uh, they're down fishing on the dock right now, so we'll probably get to that here in a little bit. So I'd say fishing, cornhole, uh, and it's always a competition too. So the cornhole's gotten pretty competitive here, and I'm sure fishing will be the same. So which is pretty fun for me.
Did you enjoy the Last Dance, the docu-series?
Oh yeah, I mean it was great, and just something to watch. I know we had the golf yesterday, which is pretty cool, and NASCAR coming back. I mean, it's great to have some live sports back, but just watching the Last Dance, and because not being around during that time period, you have a limited knowledge of Michael and that team really. So that was pretty cool, just to as a learning thing for me.
Well, listen, Patrick, you've given us more than 20 minutes of your time here to kind of comb through your journey. And how old are you?
I'm 21.
21. Oh
Yes, sir.
man, that is really remarkable. You're a hero to many, and myself included. And I couldn't say thank you more than what you've dedicated your life to. And you get to play basketball, but you also get to serve your country and keep us safe here at home. And on this Memorial Day, it is my honor to have you on.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for having me. And I would just like to close out by giving a shout out and to everyone who has served this country and who's serving currently. It's inspiring and motivating, and I'm glad that I could come on here and shed some light on that. So,
Patrick, you are welcome on these airwaves anytime you'd like. All right? You stay
thank you.
safe. Keep whooping up on the court and some cornhole.
Yes,
And
sir.
enjoy your summer, and we look forward to chatting with you in the near future. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Have a good one.
You too. Patrick Dorsey here joining us on Jock 98.7. We'll take a quick timeout. We'll come back with more. Sports Report, Jock 98.7.